Hello there. Well, anyways, I'm here to talk about uh, what can be a future for myself and uh, select few people in the world. Um, During my near-death experience, I realized that there are many different dimensions out there. And I've seen many different dimensions. I've seen different worlds, alien worlds, and I've lived amongst millions and millions and millions of different alien worlds and dimensions. Um, I see a future where these dimensions will open up, but I also see a future where uh, a few human beings will be able to connect with this loving light. I know in my past videos I've always called it the loving force, because I felt that this loving energy that I felt on the other side was actually something that you can use, um, and that it's something that created anything that you can think of, and it was very powerful. I I see the future where human beings will be able to have some of the knowledge that comes with this loving light, um, like telepathy and empathy. Um, I see a future where human beings will be able to travel to these different dimensions that I've seen, and that their sensitivities will allow them to actually to see this. Because as we grow older, the human vision and the human hearing and human tastes and human sensitivity actually starts to get less and less, so that they're unable to see much more the spectrum of light and the spectrum of sound. And I'm just saying that there's much more out there that we don't see, and that human beings have relegated their power, their true power within themselves, within myself, to other people and other objects. And I think it's a time now that people should start to regain their power, to know who the human being really is the identity of the human being is without ego, that the identity of a human being is actually the loving force. It is the loving light which brings all the intelligence, the energy, and the foresight to guide human beings out of darkness. We are rebelling against this loving light. We are rebelling against it. We are definitely not living within the rules of this loving force. Human beings have really negotiated all the power of the loving force for something called fear. And this has enabled the whole entire humanity in this dimension to become entrapped, enslaved in slavery mode in this one dimension. I remember when I was traveling through different dimensions and different worlds, different alien worlds and different time dimensions within this time dimension, and I remember seeing the same people in each dimension. They were exactly alike, a bit different, but exactly alike. And I would always tell them that there are many different dimensions out there, and that they are trapped in one dimension, that they just don't see it. And so I always got the same reaction, as if it were, I got the same reaction from every world that I visited, every dimension that I visited, which were the inhabitants of most of these dimensions and these worlds. They don't know that that they are entrapped in one dimension, that they don't know that there are many dimensions out there. They don't see it, or they don't have the technology to access different worlds and different dimensions, and they don't have the technology to create wormholes, and they don't have the technology, they don't have the quantum physics, they don't have the string theory, they don't have the technology to access. And even if they did, it seemed like every dimension the human beings were, I guess, ignorant of the fact. And so this is how I feel about this dimension, how I'm talking to people in this dimension, how when I talk to people in this dimension about my near-death experience, and how what I saw, the unlimited possibility of the loving force, was that they just look at me and they only believe that what exists is whatever they can see, hear, or touch, what's concrete, and that is totally not right. That I feel that I'm in a world where every human being that I talk to has no idea that they're trapped, and they do not have any technology or intelligence to ascertain as to the fact that all these dimensions do exist, the loving energy, the loving light do exist, that death is just an illusion, and that ultimate freedom is just maybe, one step away.